violently slaughter the local...
Sorry. I actually got a pause from laughing so hard. Hello and meowdy! I'm so excited! Parz has released a long form video. This is called The Toad That Broke Australia, aka has to be about the cane toad. He is everywhere. He is invading everywhere. It's going to be a fun time. He's kind of crazy, so I hope you enjoy it. And I'm so excited to dive into this video with you. Shout out to a long form. I absolutely adore his shorts, so I'm so excited for this. And remember, I do have a Patreon, so if you want some anime uncut reactions, all my anime reacts actually, go check out the Patreon. It will be linked down below, and it supports the channel immensely, and I would appreciate it. But let's dive on in, shall we?
Australia is home to some of the deadliest animals on the planet.
Oh.
But what if I told you there's one creature they all fear? An invasive species, millions strong, wiping out native animals that we are locked in combat with to this very day.
Isn't it sad that you have an invasive species like this that can just pull up and wipe out entire species? Isn't that always sad to think about?
What kind of vile beast is capable of spreading such reckless hate? The answer is this fat fucking toad.
Look at his face. Look at his face. Bro, that's my sleep paralysis demon right there.
But how did this war begin? Well, to answer your question, we're going to have to go way back. The year is 1866. We are in the land down under, and our story begins the same way many tragedies do, with the British. You see, having gone hippity-hoppity, your ancestral home is now my property around 90 years back, the Brits...
Bro, why he's so good with it? He's so smooth with the rhymes. Oh, I love that he's doing long form. I'm so happy. His shorts were amazing, but I'm also like just ecstatic.
We're in full swing, rampantly colonizing the country. And part of that included agriculture. Now, they brought with them many crops, but the important one in this story is sugarcane. Sugar was valuable, not only for trade, but also because, well, the fucking tea isn't going to sweeten itself, is it?
Bro, I got a question for you guys in chat. Do you put sugar in your tea or coffee, yes or no?
But you see, sugarcane only grows in the heat, which ruled out the south of the country. It also likes humid environments, which ruled out Western Australia, which left them with one option. And so, the cane farmers loaded up their first Stardew Valley save in Queensland in 1866. But the farmers ran into an issue. See, Queensland is home to these nifty little bugs called Dermalopida albahertum. These are native beetles that hit their macros by munching on plant leaves. So when cane farmers joined the Queensland Minecraft server and set up a fucking Hermitcraft-sized farm, the beetles were in heaven and set to work demolishing the plant leaves. Now,
I see where this is going. So then we were like, hey, we gotta deal with the beetle problem. Let's bring our good friends the toads over, which was one of the worst mistakes we could have ever made.
Funnily enough, the adult bugs weren't actually the problem. Sugarcane leaves hold full value. But the problem is that with such an abundant food source, the bugs started multiplying, laying their eggs around the base of the plants. These eggs hatched into larvae. And unlike the grown-ups, these little worms don't eat the leaves. They eat the roots. And so the sugarcane starts getting absolutely fucking spit roasted. And the farmers...
Bro, these beetles just woke up one day and they were like, holy moly, free food for the rest of my life, let's go. Like, imagine being a beetle fighting for your life, and then one day you wake up and there's a sugarcane farm right in front of your eyes. I'm just saying.
Can do nothing but watch as sugarcane yield plummets through the floor along with their profits. This whole situation really pissed off the farmers, who banded together, went to the Australian government, and told them to fucking fix it. Sir, a horde of creatures is destroying the cane fields.
Fix it.
And so the Queensland government founded the Bureau of Sugar Experimentation Stations, or the BSES, in 1900. This team of crack scientists then immediately set out trying to solve the very same issue every single Factorio player faces. This place is covered in bugs. They are breaking my shit. How do I violently slaughter the local...
Sorry. I actually got a pause from laughing so hard. Oh my gosh. Okay, breathe. Okay.
wildlife in order to expand capitalism and my profit margins. The BSES pondered this question for 25 fucking years. They tried spraying chemical insecticides. Didn't work. They tried injecting insecticides into the soil. Didn't work. They tried releasing the fucking cordyceps fungus. And it still didn't work.
Wild.
Then, one day in the office, while pondering this question, someone had an idea. Okay, we are getting outmaneuvered by the cast of Bugs Life. Someone in this office, please give me anything. What about cane toads? What? Cane toads. Those big fucking fat things that exist in the cane fields in Hawaii. I mean, it's a frog. They eat bugs. We just introduce an invasive species to fix a problem caused by an invasive species. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
I love board meetings, because exactly what could possibly go wrong, child? Nothing. AKA everything goes wrong. It was at this moment he knew. God damn.
And so, in June of 1936,
here we go.
2,400 brave cane divers were deployed to the fields to deal with the arthropod menace.
Oh my gosh. Ew.
But there's just one small issue. Cane toads were fucking dog shit.
Oh.
Yeah, funnily enough, big, fat, slow, ground-dwelling toads were not exactly the smartest solution to deal with beetles that spend the majority of their adult life 6 meters off the fucking ground.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
On top of that,
bro, the toad probably just stares at the beetle going, man, I wish I could have dinner, but I can't reach you. Aw.
Cane toads don't dig for food either.
Of course.
They didn't eat the larvae. Now, this all sounds like information that should have come up during the research and study phase of the plan. This, however, implies that there was a research and study phase. The BSES did not conduct a single fucking study on environmental impact before releasing and
yo, the environmental people dropped the ball there. What? They were just like, yeah, you know what? Release them. 1, 2, 3, release them. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry because you guys are now like overran by cane toads, but it's kind of astronomical to think of a whole bunch of people at a board. I'm assuming there's environmentalists here being like, you know what? Release the cane toads. And maybe back then in 1930s when they were first introduced, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Invasive species weren't that big of a problem back then. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I don't know if that's true or not. That's probably not true. You know what? I want to see the good in them, so benefit of the doubt.
The army of cane toads. Are you This complete absence of brain cells caused a rather spectacular domino effect of ecological f***ups.
And it's still happening.
It's going to teach you a valuable lesson about invasive species. You see, while the cane toads barely ate what they were supposed to, they did eat. And as incredibly large omnivorous toads, they ate practically anything they could fit into their mouths.
Damn.
Rats, mice,
lizards,
snails, baby birds. It was the toad equivalent of f***ing Kirby. And then...
Bro, it actually is just Kirby. It's Kirby in toad form.
Not unlike the exact problem they were brought here to solve with all that food. They started reproducing.
Of course!
A lot. In fact, female cane toads can lay anywhere between 8,000 to 30,000 fucking eggs per clutch.
8 to 30,000 is such a fast difference between them, but I wonder what the survival rate is. Like, I'm not doubting them. You know what? These little eggs must be mighty strong, but surely we're not having 8,000 like toads at a time or 30,000 toads at a time, right? Like the survival rate of these eggs are probably a little low or super low to be releasing that many eggs. I'm not sure though. I know nothing about cane toads, so I'm not sure, but...
Mate, this should not be too much of a problem. Australia is home to some of the deadliest creatures on the planet.
Correct.
Surely the local wildlife has this under control. Wait, what? Cane toads, they're poisonous. So those little bulges on the shoulder, and those are parotid glands, and they are packed to the brim with bufotoxin.
Of course.
No, that's not a D's nuts joke. Got him! Now, whenever the adult toads are threatened, they will squirt this white, sticky fluid out of the glands. And when ingested, it does two things. One, makes you trip absolute balls thanks to the hallucinogenic bufotenin. And two, the other ingredient, bufogen, just straight up gives you a fucking heart attack.
Oh, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
It's important.
Isn't it crazy to think, too, that this is the defense mechanism? Because we all know this big freaking toad does not have a good defense mechanism. If he did not have his bufotoxin, his defense mechanism would be severely lacking. So it's crazy to think that because of his evolution, he's not, like, physically strong, I would say. He is big and he can capture, but the fact that, you know, it's like, oh, here's the poison, so animal would eat it, and I would assume this is almost instant. Could be. I'm not 100% sure, but I would assume it's one of those mechanisms where, you know, he goes to eat toad and then he throws up toad, but I could be wrong. A lot of insects and amphibians and stuff work that way.
This toxin is also present in their eggs and tadpoles.
Oh.
Now, in their natural habitat,
there it is.
This isn't as much of a problem because everything around them has had thousands of years to get good and deal with this f***ass poison build by either developing immunity or learning to eat around the glands. But Australia is not their ecosystem. And despite all of the deadly animals we've got, they have had a grand total of 5 minutes to adapt to the presence of the fucking Calid toad. Now, quick question for the class. What happens to an animal population when there is nothing to eat it? It gets bigger. And so, shortly after being introduced, a rapidly expanding tyrannid swarm of toads began to spread across the country. The BSES noticed this and did fucking nothing. Because it technically didn't affect the sugar cane. The swarm...
They did nothing? I guess. They were like, oh, yo, my sugar cane is so good. Look at it grow. And we got growth, we got sugar cane, we got money. Perfect. Oh, there's lots of toads. Not my problem. That's so sad. Maybe we wouldn't be in such a situation. We probably still would have been. Maybe not as severely, but it probably still would have been pretty severely.
Spread further.
Crazy.
Occupying all inhabitable parts of Queensland. And they were laying so many fucking eggs that their clutches began polluting the waterways like a bufotoxin teabag, killing native fish as well as any animals that drank from the water. The BSES did nothing. Those eggs hatched into tadpoles, which started killing more fish. The BSES still did nothing. The swarm...
Did they do anything here? God damn. I remember when I was down in Queensland, when I was living there, I like made friends with people from there, right? And they used to go out like hunting cane toads for fun on the weekend because, you know, big wildlife enthusiasts, and they wanted to prevent like their natural habitats. And I was like, hey, yo, and that's the only reason. That's like the only thing I knew about them, surprisingly.
Advanced, breaching into the Northern Territory and New South Wales. When questioned, the BSES insisted the toads were doing their jobs and everything was fine.
Oh, so we're gaslighting them.
By the 1980s,
I see.
The toads were now starving out or just fucking eating local wildlife and one-shotting anything that tried to eat them. And considering, at this point, there were 5 fucking million of them, that happened a lot. So, with local wildlife...
We went from, what, 4,000 or 2,000? It was 4,200 or 2,400? I don't know. It's one of those. Anyways, we went from a couple thousand in the 30s. 50 years later, we have 5 million. That's some speedy population growth.
Being absolutely fucking decimated, the BSES was forced to acknowledge that maybe, just maybe,
Listen, we fucked up.
but oh well, everyone makes mistakes. Nothing we can do about it. No, they left it for the government to clean up. Sir,
Of course.
a second horde
Why
of
would
creatures
they?
has escaped the cane field. Fuck! Yeah, they realised just how much damage was being done, and in 1986 began funneling federal funds into controlling the population. They tried
1986.
trapping and physically removing the toads, but unless they had 5 million traps, that wasn't going to do shit.
Wait, trapping and physically removing the toads into like humanely putting them down or like relocating them? I'm so curious. I gotta do some diving into this, man, after this video.
Biological warfare was proposed in the form of releasing viruses and parasites, but was shot down because it would do just as much damage to the native wildlife.
Crazy.
So, the toad front continues to advance to this day.
He's going.
So where does that leave us? Short answer is kind of fucked. Cane toads now threaten a total of 75 native species.
That's so sad.
And they've even driven populations of animals like the northern quoll to complete extinction in parts of the country they infect.
No! Stop it! I hate this toad.
And with the population now sitting at 200 fucking million
Jesus.
toads, that infestation is spreading, with predictions showing they will be fucking up ecosystems in 5 states in the near future.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's projected that if they continue on the growth, because right now they're not out in the western province state, they're not all the way out to the western coast yet in Australia, but it's predicted that if they continue on the path they do with no intervention, literally all of Australia will be infested with cane toads. Because right now it's still kind of, you know, manageable, slightly manageable, not super manageable. But the west coast, like where Perth and stuff is, if you guys know Australia geography, that's safe for now, but it probably won't be safe pretty soon because we probably won't get them under control.
And given that
Hopefully,
they have amassed a population 10 times the size of
so
the
sad.
humans in Australia, the government has completely fucking abandoned the fight for eradication, switching focus to harm reduction, using bait toads covered in non-lethal but unpleasant substances to try to teach local wildlife that toad bad. On top of this, the government has encouraged the broader public to, just fucking kill the toads.
Yeah. See?
You are
Yeah.
supposed to do it humanely by catching them and sticking them in a freezer for 48 hours,
Ah.
but most people don't want a frog taking up their freezer space, so they just use a fucking golf club.
Yeah, but you could probably get like a cooler or something if you're going out and hunting them and have them all in a cooler before you get home to freeze them or something, right? Because you're not gonna have a freezer with you when you're out in the field hunting them or looking for them, capturing them, whatever it may be. Like you are not, right? Let's be real. You're not having a freezer. That's why I said if you have like one of those big coolers with ice packs around that, I feel like that would be your best option. Put them all in. And then you take them home, and ideally, you would probably have a dedicated freezer to them, like a deep freeze or something, if you are, like, dedicated to helping and dedicated to the cause. I also will mention at the end of this video, if he doesn't touch upon it, what they're doing to help the wildlife sustain to the cane toad.
And with this being Australia, our wildlife is also putting up a fight. Keelback snakes, for example, are immune to their venom, and Ricali and magpies have learned to flip them onto their backs before getting a feed. Okay,
but what are magpies not screwing around with? Anything is a target for a magpie.
Now, jokes aside, you want to know who I feel genuinely f***ing awful for? The toads. They didn't ask for any of this.
That's true. They didn't ask for it.
They just got dumped onto a random island and did their thing, and now they are being actively hunted.
Correct.
No. The assholes in this story are the BSES and the cane growers. Because you may be thinking, why were they allowed to do this shit in the first place? Well, that's the neat part. They weren't. The federal government banned the f***ing idea when they came up for it in 1935.
I didn't realize that was a banned idea. This makes this like 10 times worse.
Based on the advice of entomologists who rightly presumed the toads would become a bigger fucking issue than the beetles. But the BSCS and the cane growers lobbied to have the ban lifted in 1936. We are stuck in permanent toad combat because these dickheads looked at scientific advice and went, nah-uh. You have got to.
This hurts my soul so much. Oh my god.
To be fucked. G'day. Merry Christmas. Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas.
And thank you so much for watching.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is the first crack I have taken at a long form on this channel. And
Triple
I'm not
the
going to lie,
toad magic.
I had a lot of fun working on it. So
Speaking of that, I really do have to play Helldivers. I haven't played it yet.
I hope you enjoyed.
It was
Also,
really
a
good.
quick announcement if anyone missed it.
They're not toads in
We're
Australia,
partnered with
guys.
Gamer Subs now.
Yes,
The link
you
in the
are.
code is in the description. So go grab yourself a tub, man. Also, just want to thank each and every one of you watching this for literally changing my life.
Yippee!
That will never not mean the world to me, so thank you.
Aww.
Hope you all have a bloody fantastic rest of your holiday period, and I will see you all next time.
You deserve the freaking world. Back to what I was saying before I end the video. If you guys are looking for extra knowledge, and that if that's the case, currently they're doing research and experimentation with wildlife in Australia by using like what you would call a sausage made of the cane toad or small like baby juvenile cane toads, and they would drop it into a habitat. So the toxin is still present. It is present in like a microdose. It's not going to kill the wildlife. So they drop this sausage in an enclosure with whatever wildlife it is. Normally, you know, it's like a crocodile or your blue-tongued lizard, yellow spotted monitor, like stuff like that, like your reptiles. So you would drop this cane toad sausage into the enclosure, and then the animal eats that sausage, and then the animal's like, oh, like I become sick. It doesn't die. It like becomes sick for like a day or two because the toxins take effect in its body, but not enough to kill it. So then it's supposed to be aversion training is what they're working on now for the wildlife. So then when they're out in the wild and they see, you know, this big toad, they're gonna avoid the toad instead of going after the toad. And this has been like a new plan that they're trying to implement into certain species within Australia just so they can avert the cane toad, because like you probably noticed in this video, it is a rampage problem. It's not being controlled. It is trying to be controlled, but there is so many of them that it's so hard to control within a period of time. So they're trying to find other ways to avert that scenario. So if you guys didn't know that, that's a fun fact. If you guys didn't know that, well, sorry for making you listen to that again. Thank you all so much, though, for watching this video. I hope you had a fantastic time. And we'll do the frog emoji, or the toad emoji. I think it's called the frog emoji. But comment down the frog emoji if you made it all the way to the end of this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Hit the like and subscribe content for plenty of content from me. And remember to go get my anime reactions over on the Patreon, link down below. It helps the channel immensely. I don't even know if you guys know how much it helps the channel, but it really does. So I appreciate each and every one of you over there. And I will catch you guys all on the flip side. Goodbye, goodbye.